Joe Biden administration has lost the ball, has lost the power, and America has not been paying attention to what's happening. Mexico is being usually ganging up with all the countries to make sure that all this immigration goes straight into the United States.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the leader of a migrant caravan coming to America with, I'm not sure how many people, saying that the Biden administration has lost the border. Now, before we get into the video, before we dive deep into this topic, I just want to say this. I think we all know the border has been lost. If you ask Kamala Harris, the so-called border czar, what's she going to say? Oh, don't come, the border's closed, all this and that and the third. However, if you turn on social media, you turn on the news, you're going to see countless videos of thousands upon thousands upon thousands of illegal aliens just flowing into the country with no problem every single day. I'm not sure how many of them there are. New York City said there were 110,000 illegal aliens that poured into the city over the past 1 year, but it's probably more than that. And that's just one city out of the entire US of A. Now, before I go too deep into it, let's go ahead and check out the video. If you want to see the video in full without my commentary, link as always will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Now, the Biden administration has been, in a way, completely incompetent with immigration policies, that they are portrayed to be human, but they're completely on the opposite, on the contrast. They're inhuman of what is happening right now in South America, Central America, and in the northern borders. Your perception about that?
I believe that the Biden administration has dropped the ball. Immigration, a lot of the countries are fueling are actually this crisis. Immigration crisis is not a crisis that is about. It is, a lot of the people are being, harsh conditions, but a lot of the countries are fueling this immigration by providing, in a way, transporting people, letting people in and using them as a way to all the people that are working with Lopez Obrador to make sure that a lot of this immigration goes straight into the United States.
Do you think that immigration is being weaponized?
Definitely is being weaponized against the United States, against the Joe Biden administration. Joe Biden administration has lost the ball, has lost the power, and America has not been paying attention to what's happening. Mexico is being usually ganging up with all the countries to make sure that all this immigration goes straight into the United States, and that's what it is. I mean,
now let's pause right here. Again, this is the leader of a migrant caravan. Now, I'm not sure how many people he has with him. Maybe all those who are behind him, all these kids and families. I'm not quite sure if that's a migrant caravan, but it could be. And he's saying, look, Mexico is trying to funnel all the immigration into the USA. Now, and the question is why? Well, because they're getting inundated with all these illegal aliens as well. Because people are going through Mexico to get to the USA. Because people know that if they reach the Mexico-US border, they can get across into the US and it's fine. So they come from all over the world, from Africa, China, Europe, other parts of Asia, not just China, but all over the place. It was some Indians, some Syrians, a white Canadian, Europeans, Senegalese, everybody, the whole world. Every country knows, go to Mexico, get to the USA. That's going to be a strain on Mexico and a strain on us. But because the Biden administration, as my man said, have dropped the ball, we are not really going to see it into it until the U.S. acts. Until we shut the border off, what's happening right here will continue. He will continue doing what he's doing.
I went through the Darien. I went since Panama. I was
the Darien Gap in Panama. So we're talking about all the way like South America. All right, way far away to go through the Darien Gap in Panama. Then you're going through Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, possibly Salvador, then the entirety of Mexico, going all the way up.
That was close to 7,000. And all those people went through. And after that, every country has been just providing the rides, charging them $20, $30, or $40, and then just pushing them in.
So he said from Darien Gap, Panama, they had 7,000 people. And every country that he has gone through since then, the ones I named, obviously, they're providing the rides, $20, $30, because they want to make some money on the deal, obviously, but also they don't want them to stay in their country. So they're trying to get them out, trying to get them filtered through, because ultimately the destination is the USA. So if they can just get them out, that's the whole thing. And like I said, make a little bit of pocket change in the whole process.
The way to the Mexican border. Then when you get to the Mexican borders, you don't have the mass deportation. All they do is just hold them up and weaponize them and let them go. And make sure that the Joe Biden gives them money. As an American citizen, I would say do not give Mexico or any of those countries that are completely responsible with immigration, given 0 cents. And the Joe Biden administration has lost the ball. Does not know what to do with immigration.
Now, you know, it's crazy when a literal migrant caravan leader is giving rock solid advice on the immigration crisis. Rock solid. What he's saying right here is 100% correct. 1,000% correct. Put this guy, like, replace him, take Tony Blinken out of there and put this guy in his place.
Been beast another thing and has lost a lot of the power, or hasn't even
not Blinken, but Alejandro Mayorkas. Same thing. Tony Blinken, Alejandro Mayorkas. You could just combine some of those positions and put him in there.
Been call the countries into sitting down and make sure that he finds a way to stop this immigration, this bleeding. He has lost the ball. He's not doing anything. And I am a human rights defender for almost 70 years, and I tell you, I never seen it worse. And it's not because this is not normal. This is being used by the countries to make sure they get what they want from the United States. And Joe Biden has lost. I'm completely stunned. Where's the American intelligence? Don't they know that all the countries are conspiring against the United States to make sure they have this crisis being made so they can charge for that crisis? They make the baby, now they're trying to sell it.
And now the ones that are benefiting out of this humanitarian crisis, because it looks like it's a business here, you know, from South America, from outside of the Darien, people are making money out of migrants.
Definitely.
And not only that, the cartels are the first ones that they are making a lot of money about the migrants.
There were 7,000 people on one day before the Darien, which is one of the places in Colombia. Do you think Petro is really care about the United States when this makes in one day 7,000 people paying 500, 300, 800? Of course, he makes more money with the cartels, the cartel de Sinaloa, than all the power the United States might give him. He doesn't care about. He doesn't care what the United States think. He's conspiring with the United States, Mexico, to make sure that the United States gave him 60,000 millions once. I don't know how many millions Obrador was trying to charge the United States, but definitely it's not humane what they're doing, because they're charging that blood, that suffering of the migrants. They're trying to sell it to the United States when the United States has lost the ball. Definitely Joe Biden has a lot to learn. I think
it said Biden's got a lot to learn. I mean, what he's saying, I don't see any lies on what he's saying. This is all truth. All truth. Bring this guy to Congress and let him talk. Really, because the nincompoops we got in there obviously don't know what they're doing. They don't know the elbow from the hind parts.
Policies of Joe Biden are worse than the ones of Trump, because Trump at least knew what to say to make sure that he doesn't fuel immigration. He didn't lose the ball that all the countries. The United States has lost the respect of all the countries. Obrador has more power to pull them in and make sure he gets what he wants from the United States. Wow.
So shout out to him. Hey, that right there, that was perfectly said. Perfectly said. And again, the person's name, Araneo Mujica, and the caption from In Wokeness, shout out to them, it says, he's a man leading a massive caravan of illegal aliens into the USA. Now, you can think whatever you want to think about what he's doing, allegedly, but what he said is correct. And as I close, I want to say this. Obviously, there's no border anymore. The border's wide open. If you are a legal immigrant, not illegal, a legal immigrant, you are the fool. Now, I'm not calling you that. I'm not saying you are dumb. I'm saying in the context of it, that's what you're made to be. How dare you follow the law and do things properly to gain entry into the USA? Why would you do that when you could just come across illegally and it's no problem? You might even be given a free ride to wherever you want to go. Come to the border illegally. You get a free ride, New York City, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago, Illinois, Miami, Florida, or you can stay right there in Texas. You right there at home. Walk a few more steps, go right there to El Paso, whatever you want to do. It's all good. This is a whole big mess, and countries, like you said, are conspiring against the USA to make money. The people that come over here, they know what they're doing. They're trying to get money. Everybody's making money on the whole deal. It's like they are seeing the USA as a dying empire, and they're like vultures trying to pick apart the pieces. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what the alleged migrant caravan leader said? Do you think he's right? Do you think he's wrong? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. He was 1000% right. I don't see how anybody could say that he's wrong at all. He told no lies in any way, form, or fashion in that video. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.